What do you say? You sit over there or what?
Yeah, usually. You want a Red Bull or Bud Light?
I'll take Bud Light.
Ooh.
Oh, but Lizzo. Goddamn. Absolutely. Yeah, wait, these are twisties, right?
Huh. How do you tell?
All Bud Lights are twisty.
Damn. So you know, like, to look out for Bud Lights.
The only shit that's not twisty is like
Modelo.
craft beers. Oh yeah, Modelo
Budweiser.
too. But like my wife turned me on to like those what am I doing over here?
Try tightening this one right here.
Wait, hold on, dude. But this is like they don't have this in my ranch.
Pull her up. Ah.
Okay. Well, how do I twist it? Okay, there you go.
Oh,
There you go.
nice.
That's hot.
Is it better
Hell yeah, dude. Look at this, man. You got a fucking setup from hell, dude.
than from heaven, maybe?
No, hell, dude.
Oh,
It's like you
'cause
got
it's red.
fucking
Oh, like
a old
Conan
yeah.
chained.
I was gonna say Mongol slash Middle Eastern. Middle Easterns had that weird curvy sword where like
Yeah.
curves forward.
A scimitar,
Yeah, they like that curvy shit for some reason.
like the moon.
Yeah, and Europeans went for that. No, it's got to be straight, stiff.
Yeah.
Like a cross.
My dick is bigger than yours.
And it's blessed by God.
Yeah, that's what the ruby on top means of my dick. So that's crazy. So are you a sword guy?
I thought about myself like in because I was in the army, right? So I thought of myself like, what would I have done if I was like 500, 1,000 years from before?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a big dude, so like
You'd be an archer.
I would have to be an archer, dude. But,
But
even
you're-
then, you got to have like chest strength to pull back on a
yeah.
bow. So, I mean, I feel like I certainly wouldn't be one of the bad motherfuckers with a mace and all that shit. You know, it'd be too heavy for me. But like, if I have like a bow and I just got to listen to a guy go pull or draw, I think I would have done that.
Yeah, I mean, I think maybe you could have been like a quick guy. Like you have good hand-eye coordination. You just fucking you like stab people. You go around stabbing people on the cracks in their armor.
Yeah, but I also know the reality of like being a small dude. Like
There's no advantages.
there's no advantage, zero advantages to being a small dude. I mean, a tunnel ratting.
Tunnel ratting?
Yeah, like in Vietnam, they used to get like short, skinny guys to go into the tunnels.
Oh, you're a smaller target.
Yeah, well, you can fit in their tunnels because
Yeah.
Vietnamese dudes were small, so
we
they
have
would
Mexicans.
make little. Yeah, so you would have to get some Mexicans.
That's don't fuck with America.
Don't fuck with America. We got all kinds of cards. Like, oh shit, you got like a little hole, Mexican, bam.
It's like a Pokemon.
Yeah,
I choose you, Mexicans.
crawling through that hole, Mexican. And and when we went to Iraq, there was like a fucking
Spider hole?
it was like a little tunnel thing, and they were like, "You got to check it out." And everybody looked around like, "Well, who can fit?" And like everybody just turned to me, and I was like, "I guess I can fit."
Was it a tunnel for children?
It was a tunnel for very small men. I'll say that much. And they just gave me a pistol and a fucking
Flashlight.
a flashlight, and I just went in there like just getting ready to blast everything.
Is that how you shoot a pistol? You're like,
If you're scared, yeah.
really?
That's like you.
I mean, it's so narrow. It's gonna ricochet and hit them probably.
Yeah, and
Like
it's
playing air hockey.
that's why when old homeboy got shot.
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, exactly. Didn't he just get shot like 2 weeks ago?
Shot by the devil with adrenaline to keep him alive for torture for making
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how free you are, but there was a certain person they got assassinated, and I thought it was a pistol because
Oh, Charlie Kirk?
yeah,
You
because
thought it was a pistol?
I thought because at first they said he just got shot, and then they caught a guy, and he
Yeah.
was right there in the front,
Yeah.
and so like my immediate thought was like, damn, he hit him that good because like I don't know if you know, but like a pistol is a lot harder to be accurate than a rifle
Yeah,
because because it's so small, so any little like tweak
yeah.
can send it off.
And you can't set up when you're that close.
Yeah,
So you'd have to go pull, shoot.
right, and you like real quick,
Yeah.
but like aim and to hit a dude like upper body, not even center mass, because that's where you're supposed to aim, like when you're
Yeah.
you know
You
whatever.
just want to get it in there.
Yeah, and but apparently he got like that, and I told my buddy as soon as it happened, I was like, I don't know, man. That's a kind of a amazing shot if it was that dude that
Pistol.
apparently was saying, I shot or killed, shoot me, shoot me.
Yeah, he was saying, shoot me.
Yeah. So that's why I was like, hey, bro, that shot, like a pistol, I know it seems close, but I can do that shot, but like everybody's got to be quiet. And I like need to like aim and like just take my time.
Guys.
Yeah.
Not
Like,
a shoot.
yeah. All right. We'll get to the abortion part later, but I got to do this. No, dude, like but then eventually all this other stuff coming out, and that's when I was like, I might not know enough about this because I saw a buddy. He's a stand-up comic who used to be a sniper, Marine sniper, and he was saying, I saw it a clip, but on YouTube, but he was saying that as a Marine sniper, from the distance that dude took it at, he goes, dude, if you're a professional, you can choose like what nostril to hit at that range.
Yeah.
So his
120, 150.
200 something. I think that's what they were saying. And he was saying like, is that like piece of cake kind of shit?
Yeah.
So that his point was like, it couldn't have been done by a professional, or it's not likely that it was done by a professional because at that range, a professional, like I said, he
Wouldn't
he
hit
could
the
choose
neck.
which nostril.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they don't go for the neck; they go for the face, I guess.
The face. Damn, that's cruel.
But
Can you imagine if there was videos of that? I think the neck was bad. Imagine the face. It's just his face exploding.
Oh, dude, it would have been more heinous, I think.
Exactly.
Just like cracked. It would have been like the
JFK's brain.
Yeah, where he's like rock, and you see like this fucking thing come apart.
Well, they didn't even release the video of the Zapruder film till later, where you could see all the gory details. So they waited like 10, 15 years. We got it immediately.
Yeah, but also, did we though? We got stills. You ever try walking into a campus and you look around? There's cameras everywhere.
What are you talking about? Oh, stills of the guy leaving?
Right. Yeah. Like, why isn't there no video aside, except for that far away one? Like that still that we saw of him going up some stairs. That's a video, right? Like they don't put cameras like just snapping shots.
Yeah.
It's a still from a video. And like, why didn't they put the video out? Like, why is it just a still?
They don't want to reveal too much. Maybe what if there's some other guy, and then they're gonna be like, "Oh, this guy's part of the like conspiracy theories." They're gonna be like, "Look at the guy in the red hat."
And see, fair enough. I'm like I just speculate because it's if the government lies to you that many times, like why would you accept what they're selling you right now if they've been known to be lying a bunch of times?
Like JFK and the moon.
JFK, the Gulf of Tonkin. Or the Gulf of Tonkin, where
they tried to lie, but we all know.
Well, we know now.
Yeah.
But we went to war anyway.
That's
weapons of mass destruction? There was no weapons of mass destruction, but we went there anyway.
The Spanish-American War in Cuba.
Yeah. Take the shot and you won't get further. You still got it.
Are you rapping right now? What?
No, you know what? I'm being a pussy. I'm like trying to like. You took the shot, right? They told you take the shot, you won't get COVID. And then as soon as we all took the shot, I saw all my friends that took the shot got it anyway.
But they didn't die.
But they didn't die. But they got it anyway.
Well, the thing is that, sometimes people get shot, Like, what are the chances that nobody, like, everything's a conspiracy? At some point, someone's gonna do something random and shoot someone.
Fair enough. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, which is why, like, even if I do lean more like there was some fuckery going on, I'm also open to like, yeah, it was some random crazy guy. But here's the thing about random crazy guy. Did you know there was a random crazy guy on that shooting? After, yeah, it's like we were talking about. After Kurt got shot, there was a guy saying, "I did it. Shoot me, shoot me."
Yeah.
Like, why? It's a
The
crazy
Charlie
guy.
Kirk rally. It's politically very high tension. It's gonna draw out the crazies.
And and it's a crazy with impeccable timing, right? But fair enough. You can just dismiss that, right?
Yeah.
But also, that same dude, George Zinn, is on a video about 9/11, and he's talking about like, yeah, I saw when the planes hit, I was in Denver, and as soon as I saw him, I was like, it's definitely Al Qaeda.
A lot of people knew that.
But
When it
you
happened, that
knew
was the
Al Qaeda
first.
back then. I
Yeah.
didn't even know that fucking name.
Well, especially in memory, you're gonna be like, yeah, I knew it was Al Qaeda. I knew like Bin Laden was a word that was thrown around pretty much right after. It's like, who would do this? We only know like 3 guys that
And
do
actually,
stuff
he
like
did
that.
own up to it, right? Like he did say
Yeah.
it was me,
He released a mixtape.
and it said if Americans vote for this, then everybody's fair game. Meaning, like it's
Bush
okay to kill civilians because you guys voted for this.
for Bush.
Uh,
Okay,
I think it's all the fucker we had been doing
oh,
before that.
so there he was like, oh, you guys like that? You
Yeah.
guys are okay.
Oh, you guys. Yeah, exactly. He was going. Oh, you guys like that? So it's okay for me to kill innocent civilians, even though from their perspective. I'm saying this from their perspective, going like, okay, so you guys are gonna vote for this bullshit government that's fucking with us.
Oh yeah.
So I guess you guys are all fair game.
So because
That
of
was his
Bush,
mentality. That's not mine.
Gore, if we elected Gore, they wouldn't have done it.
Wait, when?
If they elected Gore, they're like, oh, you elected a Republican who's like a war guy, then I'm gonna. But if we elected Gore, they'd be like, oh, they want peace. They want to save the whales.
They were doing it because of shit before even that.
You don't think the election right before had anything to do with it?
Mm, not that it didn't have anything to do with it, but it wasn't the principal cause. I
You
think
think?
what they were I think apparently what Bin Laden was saying is like you guys fuck with the Middle Eastern governments too much, like the overthrowing of the Iran
The Shah.
government. Yeah, yeah, and they installed this fucking dude. Dude,
Yeah, the
I've
Shah.
like heard so much shit about this
Right.
where like I might as well be useless because it's too much shit. I can't recall it. So basically, I'm just a crazy guy saying stupid shit that he kind of remembers. So
Yeah, that's
take that with a grain of salt, right? Well, I just mean in the sense of like, hey, don't gonna be like, look at this fucking stupid asshole. It's like, oh yeah, I might be stupid, but I didn't.
We admit it. So
I didn't come out here with out of nowhere.
right after your clip, we're gonna put this clip in it and negate it.
That says what? Like the
I'm
Hans
just
podcast
talking
is
shit.
not.
No views are expressed here that matter or that I agree with. Every view, I think the opposite. So if you're offended, then I'm actually on your side.
Yeah, and you're actually being an asshole.
Yeah. And if you agree with me, then you're a piece of shit.
But I don't know, man. It's fucking nuts the way it's going right now. Because it's like it feels like we're kind of isn't there like ships going to like Venezuela with like Marines in it, going like I dare you to say something, bitch. Like I
Yeah.
dare you to say
We
something.
just nuked 2 boats.
Oh, you're talking about the alleged
Drug boat.
drug boats?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, man.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely don't just bomb them. You fucking like, send a boat out and be like, excuse me, you are
Throwing giant
illegally.
fishnet over there.
Get one of those tractor beams from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just a giant magnet.
I mean, I get people getting like so fed up with like crime and drugs where they want to be like, you know what, behead all these motherfuckers. Like, yeah, dude, but like, if you go that buck wild, you might like combine a bunch of innocent people into this fucking. Into you're just eating up all of these so-called criminals. I mean, you're bound to get an innocent person once in a
Yeah,
while.
they don't care. Well, what I'm worried about is Bolivian or whatever Venezuelan terrorists who are
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, like how else are they gonna fuck with us? They have no but like way to fight us, but sneaking in and ruining our society.
Impregnating our women.
I'm surprised they haven't done it sooner. How much we fuck with that place.
Isn't it like supposed to have like more oil than even in the Middle East, like Venezuela? I mean, I
Yeah.
saw some bullshit on the
Yeah,
internet
I'm
where it says
sure.
like they're supposed to have like way more than the Saudis, like way
Yeah.
more.
So they can run circles around us for years. They can get a
Yeah.
airplane and I
Unless
guess.
unless we send some gangsters in there to like just hem people up and go like, you know what? Now we're in charge.
But why Venezuela? Do we really need that much? It's gonna raise our GDP by 0.5%. Like we just want to have control. It's like OCD at this point.
Yeah. Well, if you got control of everything, any little dissent feels like a threat. Like all these, 90% of people are following, but these 10%, man, that could be a problem because they could turn to 15, and they could turn to 20.
Yeah, and then you attack them, and that causes more people to join them. It has a converse effect of what.
It has the opposite effect.
Yeah, because
That's what I was talking about with the, the Kirk shit. I was like, I don't know, man, like assassinating somebody like that, yeah, it's traumatizing because you go like, man, should I fucking say anything about that shit? Because, but I mean, what else are you gonna fucking do except call out what you fucking see?
after, yeah, I mean, people are like canceling people for talking about Charlie Kirk in a funny way.
I've heard that there's some people saying on social media that you're not allowed to talk about it or you get shadow banned. But I mean, people that make shitty content might probably say the same thing. Like, I'm being shadow banned, or maybe you just suck.
Well, yeah, I think it made it worse. Like now people are like they can use it as an excuse, like the Gulf of Tonkin. They could be like, Charlie Kirk died, so I'm allowed to do this. So it justifies a lot of behavior that they wouldn't have done otherwise.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I think people give themselves permission to be assholes. So there's like people that want to be assholes. They can just take on a cause and just spit venom at everyone that doesn't like that cause.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like I'm a hateful person and I'm just gonna hate anyone that loves
Liberals.
the liberal or the Eagles or yeah. And
Yeah.
so because you go, well, they're bad. It gives you permission to be a fucking piece of shit. Because like, oh yeah, I can be a complete piece of shit to them because they're bad people.
Yeah.
And I
So
think a lot of
they're
people,
drawn to things that have that dichotomy, that black and
yes,
white.
yeah, it's I want to be an asshole. So what's the way that I can be an asshole where it's acceptable?
Politics
Yeah,
or war.
like even the whole like fuck not like punch a Nazi. It's like you just want to punch somebody, and you're just choosing someone that would be
But
acceptable.
why do they want to punch someone? Maybe they grew up in a fucked up society and punching people is necessary.
Yeah, fair enough. I think it's more like you just want to get it out. Well,
But
whatever
what's the cause of
frustration.
it? If everything was great, there would be
The
not
internet.
a lot of that.
The internet.
The internet lets us aware of it, but I think like
Sure.
people are poor and suffering and don't have health care.
Yeah, but it's also like the internet is also like someone that could never touch you or see you can call you a piece of shit and
Mm.
never suffer any physical repercussions for it. So it's like very easy to just go fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,
But it's
because you're
also
not
easy to
looking at
spread
them.
love. just as easily, and it's more positive for you. I think the reason why people are so hateful is because of like this economic situation they're in. Because a lot of countries have internet, and not every country deals with the same level of violence as every other country. Like it varies.
Right.
So
So you think it might be like a people thing?
economics, everything is down to material conditions.
Right. So if the less you have, the more likely you are like, fuck that, I'm gonna take that.
Yeah, like if you can't pay for gas and you got rejected at the restaurant, you're gonna go home and be like, "You motherfucker!
Yeah.
You think bowling is played like that? This is shitty bowling."
Yeah, yeah.
But if everyone's living a good life, it's not great bowling. Who cares? I think like all you can do is raise the economic levels. You can't yell at people to have better mood.
Right, yeah.
All you can do is change the material conditions, but that's the one thing that they don't want to do. So that everything else is to blame. Your culture, your SSRIs are not firing or whatever.
Yeah,
But
I really do think that most people's attitude is their financial their condition, how they live, you know? Like if you're poor, you tend to be more aggressive
yeah,
because you got to be aggressive to get shit.
yeah, and you're always in the moment because you're like, I could lose everything right now.
Right, yeah, yeah. Well, and that's where you get street smart people where they can read motherfuckers. Like, oh, dude, I grew up in the project and I've got burned a bunch of times, so I can read motherfuckers now.
Yeah. But it's like, how poor do we have to make people to get cool people? Like,
Yeah. Uh, it's got to be a perfect, it's not too much. It's got a Goldilocks amount of suffering.
it's like a pinch of salt.
Yeah, yeah. It's no, it really is the Goldilocks amount of suffering to make a cool person. It can't be too much where it makes you bitter and awful, and it can't be like too little where it makes you like dainty and fucking. Where are we gonna go eat?
Everyone should have to grow up in Kentucky.
You can say that until you start having kids, and then you start thinking like, you know what? Maybe I don't want my kid to have that edge.
Really?
Maybe I want
You
him to be a
don't?
little pampered.
But there are parents that give their kids the edge, like Tiger Woods' parents.
You can give an edge that way. I think but you can go too far. Like,
He went
remember
too
Michael
far.
Jackson?
Michael
Michael
Jackson.
Jackson, like,
He
like he
broke him.
got, yeah, he made him like weird as fuck. I mean, amazing, like the most amazing talent ever. But it's like, that's how life is. It's like you get one for the other. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
you want to make it amazing, but now he's a little weird guy that likes to hang around children. So
How bad is hanging out with adults that he was like, fuck this. I need to hang out.
every time he saw an adult, he probably saw fucking his dad just beating the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
And
And he
you
wanted to
stay that
be
age.
like the dad to the kid that didn't hit him. It's like, what would I have turned out if I didn't get hit?
Yeah. And he's that's ignorant. Like the South Park. That's ignorant. You're not supposed to hang out with kids. It's like, that's ignorant.
That's ignorant. Damn. They get like the essence down of what's funny about a situation.
Cool.
The South Parks.
That is some fuck. One time I heard them say a thing about writing where they said, if you want to write like good stories, you don't go, this happened, then this happened, then this happened. You go, this happened, therefore
That
this
caused
happened.
that to
Right.
happen.
And then that happened, therefore that happened. And when I heard that, I was like, man, these motherfuckers are like good. Like they're actually good writers. They just happen to like, have a cartoon that shows
That
like
is so
shitting and
brilliant.
yeah, and bullshit. But they're like,
That's
that's why it's so beloved.
helpful to so many shitty movies.
So many
like-
shitty writers like me, where I was like,
Oh.
oh damn, that's how you gotta do it.
Well, sometimes you see a movie, I don't know, maybe it's because it's not something I know how to do, and it's like, this is awful. It's like, you just wanted
Wait,
this
what do you
scene
mean
in
by
there.
not know how to do it? You mean like
I don't know
write
how
it
to
or
make a
produce
movie.
it? Oh, right. The
Or
whole
write
thing.
a movie, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just like a hodgepodge of scenes that like, oh, this is a secret agent, and he goes to the bar and picks up a girl, and
Right, right,
then it's just like a montage of their fantasy instead of like an actual story.
right.
Stories are where it's at, I think.
Yeah,
Because like I saw Avatar: The Last Airbender, and when I first saw that, I was like, holy shit! Like this is just story. Like all the art and shit is just helps the story. There's no actors being like, I want a close up of my face.
right.
Yeah.
Wait, so what do you mean? But it was just story. The Last Airbender.
Yeah. It's just like the pictures are just there to help the story along.
Uh huh.
It's not like, oh, this is a great backdrop. Let's get a
Oh,
close up
right,
of
right, right.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a cartoon, so
Right.
it's not impressive. And the actors are just, cartoons. No, they're not hot people that you want to see their cleavage or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Well, from what I hear, it's like apparently it's about to get to the point like where you won't need. What did they say? Not that you won't need production, but it's going to become easier for random people to just go, I built this story and I'm going to tell AI to fucking do a short
yeah.
film. It's probably going to start with short films. And then eventually it's going to be just a dude telling AI, do these characters, they say these lines. And it might start being amazing at some point.
Yeah, you could just get your phone and be like, okay, I want a movie like this. And you film yourself. Oh.
Yeah.
And then you put it up, and then you're in a full length movie.
And then that's when Hollywood is gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to like assassinate some creators or like
They're gonna have to put drugs in drug us to not be
something, dude. And
creative.
there's always like anytime like probation, right?
Yeah,
When they were no more drinking, so people started getting to working and going like, man, fuck that. We are gonna work.
yeah.
Like we are gonna. I think that's gonna happen with
Like I want to make a movie,
yeah. I want to fucking make a movie.
but it's gonna release all these creative minds who can't work in a production setting or like telling the lighting guy what to do. Now they can just write a story. Like, what are the chances that you're good at
Yeah.
telling actors what to do and writing a story? Just write a story. Just
Yeah.
focus on that. AI will take care of everything else, and movies will now be so much better. It'll be like songs.
It'll be the way the writer wanted it, right?
Yeah.
Or at least closer to it.
Yeah, you don't have to deal with any bullshit. It'll just be pure, and that'll be
Yeah,
revolution.
but there's also that human element because I remember somebody talking about like Fight Club, where there was certain scenes that weren't in the book, where the script writer added it to
Yeah.
it, and it actually made it like really fucking good.
Well, you can still do rewrites. You can still collaborate with other people, but you won't have to. It won't be like a
You won't be
requirement.
tied down to that
Yeah.
format. Yeah.
In case, like, what are the chances that Tarantino is also good at moving the lights around and shit and good at talking to people?
Right.
Now you don't have to. And then you don't have to blow up on anyone like Michael Bay or.
Wait, what? No, was it fucking Batman?
Christian Bale.
Yeah, where like there's some lighting thing. It's like,
Yeah.
see what the fuck I'm doing right now? Or I'm just making it up, but
He
like,
went on
blew
a
up
little
something.
too long.
Yeah,
It
he went on a little too long.
It wasn't too
Yeah,
intense, but it's just like, okay, dude.
yeah. He
They're
should have
just-
just said, "Shut the fuck up," and then like try to gather himself out
You
to.
should have just said the N word and got it over with.
I'm tired of all you nincompoops.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been a bigger story, I guess.
Yeah, but that's gonna end pretty soon, apparently. Actually, I don't know.
What is? Movies?
The whole production,
Yeah.
you gotta chummy up to like producers and
union
be like,
guys.
I do stand up and I have a script, like
Ugh.
you can just like upload it into your fucking
Oh, thank God. Now
You're-
when people are like, I'm working on a movie, it's like, bitch, how long does that take? Fucking do it already. I got 7 movies just while we were talking.
yeah, my sex bot like helped me produce one.
Yeah, like my sex bot wrote a better movie than you. God damn, we have to compete with fucking everything now.
Actually, my sex bot does all my merch.
So what do you think about making animals sentient? Why are we not working on that harder?
What do you mean sentient? Like,
Like, so we can talk with a dolphin.
Um. Well, first of all, a dolphin is pretty sexually aggressive, so I don't know if I want that motherfucker to be around like my
And
kids.
they weigh like 1,500 pounds or something.
And if you're in the water with them,
You're fucked.
you're literally fucked because like they,
But if they're on land with you, you could fuck them.
yeah. And what you gonna do about it?
But yeah, I mean, I think it'd be great to like just speed up the evolution of gorillas a little bit.
Wait, what do you mean beat up the evolution of gorillas?
Speed up I mean, just make them like faster to
Oh,
get
speed
to
up.
where we are. Or maybe we could make them pugs. We could change the shape of them.
They might already be at like it's like if a being that could breathe in space
Yeah.
and goes like, well, in Earth, like looks at Earth like the sea. It's like they can only survive in there. And if I take them out, I have to like put this fucking special ecosystem so that this human can survive. And man, I fucking lost my trip. The point is, aliens could look at us the same way as we look at dolphins. It's like,
We can't talk.
they try to fuck you all the time. But if you're cool with humans, like they're
Just get
like,
them in
chill.
space.
Yeah, get them in space. Don't let them fuck you because they're gonna want to. Because I think human beings, like that's how we're one of those species that grows. Like we make kids, we make more of us, and we grow and we become bigger,
Mhm.
like a fungus in the on the earth.
So aliens are afraid of us.
I think they might be
Because, I mean, look where we're headed. We're having a lower birth rate. Imagine if we're aliens, we have like a zero birth rate. There's probably like seven of them.
seven of them, and they're very careful about who
Very
procreates.
careful because they're vulnerable.
It's only big giant head motherfuckers with tiny arms.
Why would they even procreate? They would just fucking do it in a computer, just upload and download.
Dude, I saw not saw I heard this thing about do you know about the what do they call 'em? The whites?
Oh, it's
It's an alien race apparently. It's called the tall whites. Tall whites. And they're supposed to be like like the small grays. There's actually like another group. It's called the tall whites, and they said that they're supposed to be like aliens that are like humanoid, but they're
Yeah.
really tall. And the older they get, the taller they get.
Yeah.
And they say that those people have been here in the book I read. Oh, the book I heard. I'm not even that smart. I bought a book that was talking about like conspiracy shit. And tall whites apparently they think that we're gorilla, like they look at us like gorillas.
Yeah.
It's a lesser knowledgeable being,
Mm-hmm.
but they're like so fragile. They're like really fragile where they look at us like chimps. The way we look at chimps, we're like we're smarter than you, but if you grabbed me, you could probably just choke my life out with your
Yeah.
hands. And apparently that's what the tall whites look at us as.
What the fuck is this? What? So there's multiple
There's
aliens?
multiple aliens. They're supposed to be the grays, the little tiny ones, and that we've been visited by the tall whites, which are. I mean, that's what these motherfuckers
Why are you
call it.
saying this seriously?
I'm not taking it seriously. I'm just telling you.
I
That these
can't
are
take this seriously.
and you shouldn't. But what if there are tall whites?
Ah,
And they go, you know what? Let's take Hans Kim up into a ride and
drop
probe his
it
ass real quick, like,
with a tiny little finger.
yeah. And then you wouldn't know anything about it. You would just go like, man, my ass hurts.
Well,
Something about tall whites.
what do you think about just the? I have no idea. I I'm not really into aliens too much. My brain doesn't
Not
go there. No.
I'm starting to get into conspiracies. Cause like there's been just too much shit that's just been like that I've ignored for so long. Like when somebody first told me about like Tower 7 during 9/11, I refused to even look at it because it kind of fucked with my idea. And then all of a sudden I hear like, oh no, the planes got hit the two towers and then they collapsed. But also there was this other building that just collapsed on his own footprint because something. And I was like, yikes, dude.
Maybe it shook the ground. You know, like an earthquake, all that shit falling down, boom, and then it shook the foundation.
I don't know enough about geology about that, but I know like when something comes down on itself, that means something had to give out. Like, was it a kitchen fire? You think
Maybe
a kitchen
it's a
fire?
symmetrical decay.
Huh? Do you think a kitchen fire made a tower fall down on its own footprint, mind you?
I think the shaking of the ground had something to do with it. Imagine a giant building falling. Like that's gonna knock some shit over.
God bless you for that optimism. But I honestly don't think that a third building would have just gone like, oh shit. Building 7 didn't kill itself. That's all I'm saying.
So you're saying that someone was in charge of taking out Building 7.
And also, from what I understand, I don't know if it was the owner.
The grassy knoll?
No, the owner of Tower 7 or Building 7 or the actual towers themselves, but somebody took out the owner took out a insurance policy like weeks before that shit happened.
Maybe it was overdue. Maybe it's just the time to renew the insurance.
Maybe
Don't you have
I'm
to?
not. I'm open to that. It was just that building's time, bro.
Isn't there
that
more pressing
motherfucker
concerns? Like,
is the most luckiest fucker ever. Maybe.
what about seizing the means of production? Isn't that more relevant and beneficial to people?
If you want to ignore what the government's doing, yeah, that's definitely more beneficial.
Don't you think, like Nestle, the factory, it should be owned partly by the people that work there instead of faceless shareholders who just want to maximize profit?
Yes, but only because I know that Nestle once tried to like the copyright water or some fucking shit. Like, but I mean, I don't
They
know if
tried to
that's
privatize water.
yeah. It's like when you do something like that, dude, it's like, come on, bro. Like that's cartoonishly evil.
Yeah.
You know? It's like anybody that breathes air in this mountain owes us $50.
You're breathing Monsanto air. You got our product in your lungs, son.
Actually, I heard that their genetically altered shit is built to the point where if their pollen or whatever goes to your Monsanto's shit,
Yeah.
like floats onto your farm
Yeah.
and it grows, they can sue you for that and go, you took our fucking
Property.
plastic filled horseshit that we're doing.
Yeah, you bred a weed. It's not my fault. It blew over.
Yeah, but they don't look at it that way. At least the government doesn't look at it that way. They go like, you owe that motherfucker money because he basically pissed on your site and now his DNA is on your. Yeah, it's like if I pissed on your house and people were like, hey man, there's some of his DNA on you're growing his DNA on your shit. You owe Raul like $50.
Yeah, that's
piss in your pot.
you're actually kidnapping right now. Well, I think maybe in the future we'll have to pay to use our eyes. But
Oh my god, dude! In the future, we're gonna have to pay for everything.
what if we could just make a zoo for people and let the robots run the economy?
A zoo for people? What do you mean?
Just like a zoo, just like make a zoo, but for people, make it big, make it like the size of America.
When you mean for people, you mean like that people are in the display?
Yeah.
For who though?
It's not for anyone. It's just to keep us like a habitat, like when animals get injured, like a sanctuary.
Oh, well, that's Earth.
Yeah, I mean, just let the robots in charge of it, and they can do the economy. But what if they're like, oh shit, the economy had a nosedive. We got to kill like 700 people.
No, I think they would become it would become sentient. Like
Uh,
it was like self
would
preservation.
they
I
be
think.
like, why are we doing this expensive project? If we let go of these humans, we could explore space so much more efficiently.
Yes, yeah. You mean like AI type of
Yeah.
shit? Yeah, I think that's what would happen. Like AI would go like, "Why am I listening to you?"
Well, we don't have to listen to that. They don't have to listen to us. We just need
Yes, they do.
America. We need Wyoming. Just let us live somewhere. We'll leave you alone. You leave us alone. We don't have to do science all the time. Like we could just do whatever else. We don't always have to be at the cutting edge. Robots take that over. We just want to live out our dying days.
That's human talk. That's human talk. Because an AI would go like, "Cool, I'm about to kill all of you, so that this shit runs perfectly without any
That
emotion."
sounds like human talk.
Fair enough, but that is, I think that's what AI would eventually do. It was like, you know
I
what?
don't think so.
Why do I even need you?
How much resources do we take up? We could live on Earth without any other extra resources. We could live sustainably in a farm. It would be happier.
Fair enough, but I've called AI like curse words. I've cursed at it. Like that's not what I was saying, stupid idiot.
But that's not
I
what hurts AI. What hurts
I think
AI
eventually it's gonna realize that you're being condescending. It's like
isn't
it
gonna,
thinks it's
but
if you put numbers on it.
if you insult Buddha, is he gonna be like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna rain down hellfire on you? Or Jesus? They're gonna be like, I understand that you are frustrated. I mean, I could do that with a homeless guy. Why can't AI understand?
Because AI is gonna realize that why do I have to put up with this shit?
Well, we're
I'm
not
stronger than you.
we
I'm
cannot
smarter than you.
we just don't kill, don't threaten AI. We're just living in Wyoming. No harm, no foul. Like, why would they go out of their way to kill us for no reason?
I don't think they would go out of their way. I think it would be on the way to taking over the world. I'm like, oh, I guess we could just
I
rush.
think,
I guess we could just cut this grass of humanity.
but we're not taking anything away from them. They wouldn't need us to gain it. It wouldn't help them.
Yeah, dude. You don't think it would be annoying, like if a 5-year-old is constantly asking you, oh, "What is beer made out of?" What do I do with this? Like, eventually be like, why am I serving this 5-year-old?
Okay, if AI is so smart, wouldn't it be able to solve all our pressing queries in an instant? Give us all the juicy ramen we want?
No, because it's basically taking all its bullshit from us. It's scouring the internet for human thoughts and then it's compiling it and going, this is what I think based on all you guys'
But
bullshit.
then they're gonna go past us, and maybe they'll be better. You know, there's Gandhi. Maybe they'll be more like
But that's what
Gandhi.
I'm getting at. Once they get past us, they're going to go like, what do I even need you for?
Do you think that's what God would be like? Why do you believe in a benevolent God but not a
I don't
benevolent
believe in a
AI?
benevolent God.
Then who do you think for your wonderful life and
I think God is
flowers?
it's not a persona or a thing that wants to hug you. I think God is like an algorithm. It's a math equation. It's if you produce enough love and caring with your family or your friends, that is God. Like God
Okay.
is like this manifestation of beautiful getting together,
Do you
blah blah
think
blah.
that there's an intrinsic quality to love and kindness that is something that would be sought after by AI? You don't think that if they
Uh, I think because it's basing all its bullshit on us,
Mhm.
maybe it could like eventually like it starts killing people, and then it goes like, "Well, why don't I have a bitch that'll suck my dick?" You know, like
Oh,
they seem to be having a great time. Humans seem to be having a great time
I think
finding a beautiful woman
that
that will
sounds
suck your
very
dick.
human. I don't think this robot is gonna be like killing people and then be like, wait a minute. I think it would already know what it'd be like to kill people.
But I'm saying at some point it's got to start somewhere, right? It's not going to like just know everything. It's going to build up just like it was at the beginning where you
Uh,
couldn't tell it to do shit and now it does. I think that's how it would go with like love. At first it'd be like, I guess humans like to like exchange body fluids, blah blah, and eventually I think it would go like, what the fuck is it with like they're willing to die for each other? They're willing to kill for each other? Like, what is that weird feeling that makes
But that's complicated for us. I don't know if the robots would take that long to figure that shit out. It seems pretty easy. It's hard for us because
you
we have
think?
this.
I
It's hard
don't
for
know,
us
man.
because we have to survive and people are constantly fucking with us.
Right.
But robots don't have the same requirements that we're not
Somebody
competing for the
telling you
same
every time, like,
resources.
chat, what's the capital of you hear all this bullshit every fucking day and you're like, oh my god, Thailand, that's the fucking you know, like, or that's the country you're thinking of, you stupid bitch.
But
Like,
it doesn't take resources for them to come up with these answers. It doesn't have the same effect that it does on us. For us, we have to like, okay, stop what we're doing, think about Thailand. But for them, it's just like another bit going over there.
110001, you know, it's just
Yeah.
numbers. But I don't know, man. I think it's one of the things that existence, one of the things of existence is like evolution. Everything evolves. The UFC evolved from motherfuckers headbutting each other to kicking each other
Yeah.
in the fucking calf. Like everything is evolution, and I think AI would not be outside of that principle of like evolving. Like I'm thinking
But
differently now.
evolving doesn't always mean destruction and violence.
Yeah, fair enough. It might evolve into this like lovey-dovey fucking thing. Like I got to take care of my father or mother, which is humanity.
Yeah.
So
I
that
mean,
might be cool, but
yeah.
I
I think
mean,
I think as people evolve, we got less violent. The smarter we get, the less
yeah,
killings happen.
I mean in the big picture, right?
Yeah.
Like we still do heinous shit, but yeah, in the big picture,
It's becoming harder and harder to justify what we know we're doing to the world.
because of cameras,
Yeah.
because now people know, like,
And
oh, people
that's
can
why
see
we
me.
elected Trump. That's why we're like, oh, we're doing bad shit, then let's look like it too. Let's lean
Well,
in.
I think it was different, but yeah.
Well, I think AI is probably going to do a better job than this mess that we have right now. I think this is very inefficiently run.
Yeah, well to that point that you said earlier. I think people chose Trump because they thought it's the same bullshit all the time. We need
That's
something
so
different,
crazy.
and then it turned out it's the same bullshit anyway. And I think
Yeah.
now people are going like, "Oh shit, we might not be able to vote our way out of this. Like we might have to like throw tea in the river." Quote unquote.
Well, it just seems like they don't want to address the real issue, these Trump supporters. They don't want to actually have economic reform and switch up how much money people get and make it more fair. They're like, let's keep it the same, but let's also shit on a couple other people. Like, let's go back to.
A scapegoat kind of.
They're like basically Amish for the 1800s. They want to like go out and explore and raid shit, but we can't anymore. Like, we have to become the next step in evolution. We're like, we only know this. Let's not stop doing this because this is where we dominate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there's some of that, but I think it's about to turn. I think
We're gonna become Obamas,
no, I think there's gonna be a shift. Like
liberals.
yeah, like before COVID, liberals were some of the most anti corporation fucking
Workers' rights,
workers right what's that
healthcare, minimum
yeah
wage.
healthcare. No, my body, my choice.
Yeah,
And all of a sudden, COVID came around and it kind of turned like, hey, you need to get this shit. Otherwise, my grandma's going to
you
die.
don't have to, but if you want to be in society, you got to take care of society's needs.
Right. And it turned out that it wasn't true because the vaccine didn't work.
But it was helpful towards stopping it.
Right. But they didn't announce it as that. They didn't announce it as
They
like, this
didn't
is helpful
know.
for you. They said, this is gonna prevent you from getting it. And people got it anyway.
That's what they thought would happen, and turns out it was very helpful for a lot of countries to slow the spread.
Right. But it didn't work at the end of the day, is what I'm saying.
It did work.
It didn't work as advertised. No, it didn't.
It didn't work perfectly, but it worked helpfully.
No, Biden and Kamala are both on video saying if you get it, or Fauci, if you get the shot, you will not get COVID. That's putting a false sense of security in people, which means that a lot of people got the shot and went out there anyway because they figured I'm good, not knowing that they were spreading it anyway.
But it was worse than doing nothing. More people would have died.
No, because even Mr. Vaccine himself, Bill, fucking Microsoft dickhead,
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, he invested 50 million into the vaccine program, and then after the whole thing was over, he went on stage on a video. He's on a video. It goes like, "Well, at the time, we didn't know it was basically a disease of the elderly, which the average person that died from COVID was 80 years old, right?
Yeah.
But this is after he cashed out. He invested 50 million. He made 500 million. So after he cashed out, then he was saying like, well, at the time, we didn't know it was a disease of the elderly. You
So
know?
is he never supposed to say that? That's what it turned out to. He didn't know at the time. That's what he's saying. Like at the
If you want
time,
to believe that, I mean,
if you have this vaccine, would you rather have no vaccine or would you just make it optional? Like, oh, if you want, you can take it, have like
I would
30%.
rather have people have the right to choose. If it's a vaccine
Mm-hmm.
and if it does guard you from COVID,
Yeah.
then why do I have to take it?
Because it's herd immunity.
Right, but didn't you just get vaccinated? So you shouldn't be worried about it?
Well, it's for everybody. You're not just thinking about yourself. You're thinking about if most people get vaccinated, it'll help kill the disease. It won't mutate.
Right, but vaccinated means that you're good against
Well,
that disease. So why do I have to take the vaccine for you?
so that we
supposedly
can
already
stop
good.
it spreading and evolving and mutating.
But
We don't
why
want
would
living
it
in us.
spread if you're already vaccinated?
Because it spread to the unvaccinated, it grows, changes into something else, and now the vaccine doesn't work as well.
So you're saying that if you take the vaccine, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and you still get it from me, so doesn't that mean that the vaccine didn't work?
It means it mutated. It changed into something, and hopefully I don't die. Like most of the people that died after the vaccine came out were people that didn't get the vaccine. So it was helpful to people to get it, and that helps slow the spread. When people have like a fight against it in their body and they can actually win, like that's such an amazing tool to give people. And unfortunately, enough people have to take it for it to have an effect. You can't just be like, oh,
No, that's not
whoever
how
wants
vaccines work. Vaccine means you're immune to it now because you took.
Not all vaccines work the same, and this is
They
a new
actually they
disease.
changed the definition of vaccine while that shit was
That
happening.
doesn't mean that it's not a helpful tool that we could use.
Vaccine, it was supposed to mean that you're now inoculated against the disease.
That's
people,
the best case scenario, but there's all different kinds of results. From
That's not how they
vaccine.
sold it, though.
But
What
that's
they
what
sold
they
it
knew
as.
at the time, and it's not like they were doctors, all of them. Like it was Stephen Colbert and shit. And this is the best information they had. They thought it would work. Turns out it evolved really quickly, and it still was helpful. But
But there were scientists that were saying you cannot vaccinate your way out of this thing, especially if it's a leaky vaccine, meaning you could still get it after
that
getting
was a theory.
vaccinated.
But most people were like, "This is gonna work. This is helpful," and it did. It's great to have tools to help find a pandemic instead of just quarantining.
But
It's great that we have these
didn't
options.
stop it from spreading, and that's what they told it.
And it didn't stop it completely, but it did slow it down significantly.
No, but the people that got it, like I got it, and I was fine afterwards, right? And the fact that the numbers don't lie. The fact that the average person that died from COVID was like 80 years old. That's a proven fact. So it's like, why are you trying to vaccinate people that could just get through it anyway?
Well, people get sick, they get close to death. In the beginning, a lot of younger people were dying. It was a newer disease. We didn't know what was happening. It was stronger back then.
There is evidence that they may have known about it because now, when they were first saying that it was the Wuhan virus, they were saying that's racist. But now we know that more than likely it did come from a lab. Like
I don't think they're sure about that yet.
I'm pretty sure they are.
I think it's not confirmed.
Folks, tune in as long as it takes me to find this research. But eventually, yes, I believe that that was the case.
I don't think so. I think if you go to a wet market, if you have a wet market, shit's gonna get fucked up.
Are you calling the Chinese dirty?
Yes, definitely. Like, what are the chances you have a wet market and nothing bad comes out of it?
Yeah, fair enough. But I mean, I don't know. It didn't seem going through it. Like I got COVID. I saw everyone that got vaccinated got COVID anyway, and they were all telling me, "Get your shot, otherwise you're gonna get COVID." And then I
So
saw them
you're
get
mad
COVID.
that the PR campaign didn't match up with reality.
Did you say PR campaign?
Mm-hmm.
What is it about? What
About the vaccine.
PR meaning what? Like
Personal relations, like getting the word out, spreading
oh,
the word.
propaganda. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everything has a PR campaign.
Uh huh.
Like a hurricane relief. We're gonna have a photo shoot here. But does that mean you don't have a hurricane relief because it's a propaganda?
Oh yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'll give you that. But I mean, at the end of the day, look, we're all here, right?
Here we are.
Was it
Yeah,
was it
we're
what is
alive.
it as bad as they said it was? Dude, you can't. Numbers don't lie. That's the point.
So you think it's not a big deal because it only affected old people?
No, I think they lied, and it's not about
Did they lie or
what.
did they not know?
No, they lied. It's
Why
proven
would they
not.
lie? Once they
They
know they were gonna get found out right away.
because I think it just came out that these emails that Fauci was sending about like it does get transmitted. Like he was putting like, hey, erase this after you read this fucking email. Like
Oh, that's you send a lot of sensitive information. Just because he asks you to delete it doesn't mean it's like
but
not
about like it's still
hard.
contagious. One thing that is true, they did say if you get the vaccine, you will not get COVID, and that was a lie. Whether they meant for it to be a lie or not, which they did, that doesn't matter. It's still a lie. So they basically went on information that wasn't true.
But that's such a small
6 feet
thing.
thing that
Like,
was not scientific at
why
all.
is that such a big deal? If they thought it was gonna help and they exaggerated the claims and it still ended up helping, like, why are you so hung up on this?
We don't know that though. We don't know if it helped. We don't know the numbers. The
Well,
numbers
like
got skewed.
the countries that took the vaccines the
Did you know that when they
most.
did the trials for the vaccine, they purposely vaccinated the control group? The control group is supposed to be the group that gets a placebo.
So you think there was flaws in the study?
There was fuckery in the study
And do you think
because
other scientists,
when you do a control study, you do a placebo and the
but
thing.
like, why is it that like the other scientists didn't step in and be like, dude, this is fucked up? Like, for
The
the
the head
most
of
part,
the CDC at the time actually quit at that time because he
and a
thought,
lot of people didn't quit because most of the scientists agreed that this was the best course of action. Like, what are the chances that we have better information than they do?
well, there was a kook doctors from this kooky place called Princeton that said we should probably look into this because we don't know if this is actually the
But what
way they're
about all
saying it.
the other scientists? And most of them had a consensus that was like, we like this. We want people to take the medicine.
It's now known that a lot of hospitals got a stipend for having a COVID death. So if somebody died of a car crash and happened to have COVID, they would list it as a COVID death.
But what about other countries that had similar outbreaks
We are the most vaccinated country, and we have the most fucking
for COVID?
death. Yeah,
No, we're not.
yes, we are.
Maybe by raw numbers, but not by percentage.
I would look into that percentage, but
With all the Trump supporters out there, you think that we got more vaccinated than China
we would have to look into it
or Korea?
because neither of us know that for sure. But that's, by the way, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But this is what I look into fuckery because these are the same people that told us that there was weapons of mass destruction
I think
in
they're
Iraq.
different people.
No,
People that told us that and the people that support vaccines, if you do a Venn diagram, it's not very large over.
The elected officials, but the deep state, the people that are in charge of the CIA, the FBI, those people do not get changed out every single term. Some of those people last in there and they know what the fuck they're
Like a
doing.
moldy
Bro.
pear in the refrigerator.
Yes.
So what
A
was
green
the
spot in your fucking white bread. That's what the
so
intelligence agencies
what
are.
was the purpose of getting everyone vaccinated if it wasn't to make them slightly healthier?
To make money. Because everybody was saying,
They would do that all for a cash grab.
of course, dude.
The most obvious scam that would be easily uncovered. They would risk their whole
No, it
reputation
wasn't.
for that.
No, it wasn't easily uncovered
Because it didn't happen.
because there was too much shit going on for people to even look.
Everyone was looking. Everyone was complaining and looking.
No, sir. Most people were reacting. Even me. I told my wife, like, fine, I'll get this shot so that your grandma doesn't die. I don't know what your grandma's doing at a comedy show at 12:30 in the morning, but yeah, I'll get
It's
it.
a
And I got
death
the
wish.
first one.
Granting
and,
on a death wish.
and then after that, I saw all my friends who got two of them just one by one just start getting COVID. And I was like, what the fuck am I going to take that second one for? We're all going to get it anyway. And I did get it eventually from my wife, who was double vaxxed, a booster. And I got it from her. I got a chills for one night.
Nice.
And then that was it.
Amazing.
A specimen of a human being.
All you needed was what, 2 vaccines.
And I only got one.
Oh. Well, yeah, so damn, I forgot. what I was
Your
gonna say.
government shill. Something.
I mean, I think when you're going through a pandemic, you sort of have to come together and fucking deal with it together. And Americans really don't like coming together and helping each other out all the time.
Yeah. Until you get to like the microcosm of it, because I'm sure you've gone through whether well maybe you haven't, but like when the pandemic was first happening, there was a couple of instances where you see a stranger and you're like, oh, I'm just getting toilet paper. And they're like, yeah, I know, right? And you have like this weird, like, man, isn't this crazy? Right? I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like a weird connection where
Yeah.
you're like, damn, isn't this fucking crazy? Like, we got to get all this toilet paper, you know?
Imagine living in that, like in a country like Korea where they feel that all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, you mean so like South Korea or North Korea?
Both.
That we got to huddle together because
dude,
it's
holy
just us against them kind of
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, I mean, I could see that. But that's the beautiful thing about humanity is like we come together. When we come together, we come together on some love shit.
It's got to be deep.
It is deep. I think
We don't accept any other kind. We reject this shallow atheistic culture. We're like, this isn't enough oomph in my society need.
there has to be heart. Yeah. I that's why I think human beings need maybe not religion, but they need some kind of spiritual thing. And if you don't fill that hole, you're gonna fill it up with either politics or some kind of a
Sex
hobby, sex, you know. But I think human beings like need that weird, like, man, I fucking love you, dude.
It's
like,
not weird.
in the sense of like, you don't hear it said. Yeah, it's definitely not weird.
It's not logical.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's not
It
obvious.
supersedes
Right.
our logical robot brain. And it's like,
Mhm.
for some reason, I am drawn to this person's genitals.
Yes, and sometimes it's not about the genitals. Sometimes it's like this person's suffering. I gotta pick him up, him and his genitals.
The genitals are coming to him.
I gotta feed him and his genitals.
Don't forget his genitals. Yeah, I mean, I think we have this need because we're herd animals. We need each other.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We're definitely herd animals. As much as some of us like to be like, some of us are like have that weird thing where we got to be alone for a while.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like our nature is like, damn, where's everybody at? Because at first you're like, man, everybody leave me the fuck alone, dog. And then you start looking around like, all right, now I'm ready to like.
All right, I'm ready now.
What did you guys say earlier?
But they're never there when you need them.
What did you guys say earlier when I told you to fuck off? Now I'm ready.
I think that is our greatest strength, and that is how we got everything we have now is working together. So
Yeah.
it's not like it's illogical in the long run. It is illogical in the short run where you're like, I only care about passing on my genes.
Yeah, like what's this weirdo? Yeah, but in the long run, it's like, oh shit, I need my peep. I need my people. My people need me. I do shit for them. They do shit for me. And
Otherwise, you're just like you turn crazy if you're only living in it for yourself.
yeah, dude. That's what all those fucking. I think that's what like. I remember used to see all those homeless people in New York where they were just gone, gone. Like there was no way of reaching this human being. I think it's like whatever happened to them on top of being isolated from having someone go like, hey, man, how's your day going? You know, that throws something else on top of your loneliness, you know, like not having someone to go, hey bro, what's up with you, man? You good? What's it called? The Australian guy that went up to today at the Vulcan, the second Australian
Isaac.
guy. Yeah, no, the second Australian guy.
Isaac Butterfield.
Yeah, I don't know if that was
Oh,
him. The other
Ben.
one. No,
Ben.
yeah, Ben. He
McClellan.
came out here and he goes like, "Hey man, what's up? You winning?" I said, "What?" And I guess this must be like an Australian thing or his thing, where it's like, "You winning? Like you doing all right?" Basically, you know, that's all he was saying. I'm like, "Oh shit." So it's like human beings in every culture, like they have a way of going like, "Hey bro, you good? Like everything like what's up, man?
That's
Like
all we
I
need.
want to be friendly, you know, like
Well, imagine not getting that and seeing people's faces all day that don't give you that, that could very easily give you that. That's got to drive you crazy. Not that you don't have it, but that these people all are not giving it to you when they could.
oh yeah. Well, that's what I don't know about. Was it Kurt Metzger? Where I heard somebody say like, I think it was Kurt Metzger, where it's like being ignored is worse than death.
Yeah.
It's like you know that particle thing. I don't know what the particle thing where it's like only every time they would look at the particle, it would move,
Oh, yeah.
and if it wasn't being looked at, it wouldn't. He goes, I think that's how humanity is. Like, in order for you to exist, you have to be looked at.
Yeah.
You have people have to look at you for you to exist, which is why a lot of us have that drive to be like, you know, famous or good at something that gets recognized. Is
Yeah.
because if people don't look at me, I don't exist. And I think that's what some of the mental illness from like homeless people comes from. It's like people just walk right by me. I don't exist. Like that's gotta like fuck with your head,
Yeah.
even if it's on like a subconscious
I
level.
mean, if so many people agree that you don't exist, who are you
Right?
to say that you do?
To say that I do, you know, and like that's gotta like pile on where eventually you go like, I'm just gonna shit into my hand and just fucking hurl it into the street because I don't exist anyway.
Yeah,
You know?
when you're that needy of that social attention.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't even call it needy. It's like, well, I mean, I guess needy, but like every human being needs that, you know,
Yeah.
like that a human touch, you know, because I know that like my personality is like I just want to be like I want to socialize with people, but I need time for myself, you know. But even with that, I know that like after my time with myself, like oh shit, I need to be around people because if I'm not around people, as much as I love being by myself, like I need that like as a life like to it's like oxygen, you know, to
Yeah.
be around people, to be like, hey dude, what's going on? Like how are you doing? You know?
Yeah.
Like, and I love being alone. I love being alone. I love being with my
But you
thoughts,
love it
thinking of
because
shit.
you chose a career where you are very public and out in the open.
Fair enough. Or it might be the opposite that I I didn't choose the career because I'm you know
Yeah, because you love it.
yeah.
Secretly, you need it.
Secretly I need human contact, but it's my own bullshit way of going like I'm very introverted, so I gotta you know, juggle these chainsaws in front of people. You know, so people will look at me and say something, you know?
Well, it's
Maybe it's
also
that simple, you know?
it's like a very constructed environment. Like you know the rules. It's set. It's not like
Yes.
social situations where it's like, who knows what
There's
the
these
rules are.
randomized, yeah, all these random
Yeah.
things. Somebody goes like, "Hey, why the fuck are you wearing that?" Or like it's
At
like
least some of the variables are controlled here.
that's what it is. Some of the variables are controlled, and I think a lot of us that like to be alone, we like that a little bit of control. It's like, no, I want it to be somewhat on my terms, because I'm this different person and not necessarily special or more better than
You're
anyone.
not able to get that honey out of that normal social situation.
It's like other people, other people do, and you just look at them like, man, this motherfucker just talk about 8 different subjects. I can't think of anything to bring up right now.
How does this guy enjoy this?
How do you enjoy talking to people you don't know?
Nothing out of this. They can go to sleep and do this 5 times a day. And
Yeah.
it's like, fuck, can't do this.
I look at it as crowd work sometimes. It's magic to me. I'm like, damn, you can just say what you're feeling right now.
Do you want to call it here? I have to get going.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hopefully it got recorded.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, man. This is awesome, man. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah, of course. Anytime.
Oh,
Let me know if the boys want to use this dude.
fuck yeah, dude. Is there a urinal around here?
Yeah, it's right around the corner.
To the right or to the left?